Hello, God's most beloveds. Welcome to part 4 on overcoming low self esteem. If you didn't watch my previous parts, please go back and watch them. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel at SEN. And yeah, let's grow together. Let's rediscover ourselves together. So, today, before I start, I want to tell any woman, any man out there that it's never too late to rediscover yourself. It's never too late for you to decide to take a bold step to achieve something that you've never achieved before, to achieve a version of yourself that you've never achieved before. It's never too late. Now, I'll speak about it in a context of women, because society, puts a lot of pressure, age pressure on women compared to men. So you could be a woman out there and you're in your probably mid 30s, you're in your early 40s, you're in your 40s, and you're telling yourself, it's too late for me. Like, it's too late for me. I now have 4 kids. So how can I rediscover myself? My life has already gone. I'm done. There's nothing for me. There's no turning back. This is it. Then that will be it. If that is your decision, that will be it. But if you take a bold step and decide that I know there is much more to life, there must be much more to life. Because there's much more to life than just living through life, accepting to be beaten up by life and cruising through it and then dying. There's more to life than that. So if it was true that self-discovery has a certain age limit, then we wouldn't be living in the same society where we have billionaires coming out and telling us, I made my first billion at 40 and I wish I knew this earlier. So that means they actually discover themselves late, but instead of wallowing up, instead of crying about it and saying, oh, it's too late for me, let me just leave it, even though I've found this information, let me just leave it there because it's too late for me. Instead, they took up the information they got, they took the bold step, and they went out there and did their thing and became who they are. And also in the aspect of marriage, we are exposed to these things. You see them, I'm sure you've seen them on your For You page, you've seen them on YouTube, you've seen them in many aspects where women are telling stories of how they walked out of abusive relationships, out of marriages that were not working, and God bless them with these amazing men, and now they are living a life they never really thought they would live. They are being loved in a way they never thought that they would actually be loved. So if it was true that there was an age limit to certain things, then we wouldn't be living in the same society with such people. So it's a lie. And as you know, if you're Christian like me, we all know that devil is the father of deceit. He's the master of lies. So he's going to feed you with all these lies. It's too late for you. You're in your 30s. You're in your 40s. It's too late. You can't do this. You can't do this. Go ahead and do it. Even if you get just 5 years of your life to truly live, it's worth a try. I'm telling you this, it's worth a try. Because no one was born to be miserable. No one was born to be living less. No one was born to be lacking. So try. Wake up. Instead of feeding yourself with a lot of entertainment, now switch it up. Feed yourself with things that educate you. Feed yourself with things that grow your mind. Feed yourself with this information that helps, that is always speaking about self-growth. Find this information. And the funny thing is that this information is out here in the same spaces where you're watching a lot of entertainment. Even the things that are educating you are out here a lot, but they probably bore you, and every time you find them, you just scroll up until you find someone probably doing something funny, and for you that's okay. So that's how you want to move through life. But if you're anything like me and you've reached a point where you're like, but there must be more to life, there must be more to living than just cruising through life. I must have been created for a purpose. How do I walk in this purpose? Then go out there and find this information. Just type in self-growth. Just type in these things. They're there on your YouTube. They're there on your TikTok. They're there on your Instagram. They're everywhere. Just type in and just switch the information that you're feeding on. So if you're a woman out there and you've been through a lot of pain and you've you really look and you're like, how do I get out of this? I want to tell you something. See, there is something funny about life that probably no one has, maybe you've never encountered it and you're encountering it with me today, saying it to you. As I said in my previous video, you are a product of your thoughts and you are a product of your energy. So when you don't love yourself and you're a woman in marriage and you don't love yourself because, as I said, you probably gave birth and you have kids and now you feel you're of low value and you, like, really there's nothing to you, your body has changed. So you stop loving yourself, you stop taking care of yourself, you stop prioritizing yourself, and eventually your partner stops prioritizing you. And most of the time it's because of you. It's actually literally your fault, because you yourself don't love you. The energy around you is screaming, I don't love myself, but then somehow you expect to be loved by the people around you. And yet, if you're a Christian, you know the second commandment that Jesus left us was love your neighbor as you love yourself. So love people as much as you love yourself. You can't pour out of an empty cup. You can't tell us you're out here loving, when you yourself, you don't love yourself. So that is why you're always attracting people who are manipulating you, people who are treating you so bad, people who are putting you through a lot of heartbreak. That's because you yourself, you're accepting it in your life. This is the limit. This is the standard that you set for yourself. So don't let anybody deceive you. I said I'll speak about it mostly for mothers because we live in a society where people will tell you, now you have kids, now no one is going to see you, now you're rediscovering yourself. Okay, even if you leave that man, like, it's really so bad, the only solution you really see, you've prayed about it and even God confirmed it, walk away. But you say, now who is going to love me? Who is going to love me? I want to tell you, a mother out there, having children doesn't devalue you. You devalue yourself. You choose to devalue yourself. But having kids doesn't devalue you. It doesn't lower your value. And so if you're in a relationship, in an abusive relationship where your partner is abusing you a lot, they are treating you so bad, and you see there's no way this relationship is going to be revamped. Instead, you're going to grow old in that relationship and die unhappy. I want to tell you this today. You are very valuable. A woman never loses her value. Men out here may tell you having kids makes you lose your value, but I want you to hear this from me today. Your value is lost in the eyes of the wrong person. So in the eyes of a wrong man, you're meeting a wrong man, he's going to tell you, no, who is going to love you when you have kids? That is the wrong man. Those are the wrong eyes. But in the eyes of the right person, your value hasn't even been touched. Like, your potential hasn't even yet. Like, when a person is for you, they will see you like the most amazing person they've ever met in their life. So don't ever tell yourself that, okay, I've had kids and so I've lost my value, so I'm now less. Don't ever tell yourself that. That is in the eyes of the wrong person. But in the eyes of the right person, you'll experience something that you've never experienced before as a woman. You'll know what it means for a man to love his wife like Christ loved the church. So that's what I'll share for today. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe. Let's interact. My space is for interacting. It's not a space for me, dictating and saying all these things. Let's interact. Let's talk about this. And yes, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day. And we'll meet in part 5.